So I'm doing a gravel event this weekend outside Ann Arbor, Manchester, Michigan with Ames, Brad, and Aaron. But I'm taking my ride to the ride ethos to the next level, and I'm riding to Ann Arbor. Hey, so we're doing something different today. I am gonna vlog this entire trip out on the road, these long days, just talking to the camera about what's going on the ride, what's going on in my head, and all that kind of thing. Then I will come back at the end of the video with a few conclusions about what doing something like this was like. Yes, it's a very long video, but hey, you don't have to watch it all at once. You don't have to watch it at all. That's how YouTube works. But if you do click back on it later after leaving it, YouTube will pick it up right where you left it off. Anyways, people say they want longer videos, so we're really pushing it on this one. I am really hoping we avoid these forecasted morning showers. It's a splotchy sun, some gray behind me. See what happens. Either way, we ride. So today on the menu, we have 115 miles. It's nice to wake up down here on the towpath, but unfortunately, the rest of the beginning of the ride isn't going to be that great. Some roads through the suburbs to Medina. Looking forward to passing Medina and being out in the country and on some more bike paths. But yeah, morning drivers, loaded bike isn't going to be the best. But what can you do? The next 2 days will be relatively flat for a ride that'll be over a couple hundred miles. But first thing here, after I get off the towpath, I will have to climb out of the Cuyahoga Valley on those roads that I mentioned I'm already not crazy about. So just got to get through these first few miles, first dozen miles is more like it, and then maybe it's smooth sailing. I don't know, never been out that far. So my destination today is the White Star Campground in Sandusky County. My goal is to keep moving as much as possible. I will have to stop for water, and hopefully then I'll have time to stop for dinner in Fremont before heading to the campground. There is a quarry, it looks like, there with a swimming beach. That'll all depend on what happens, what transpires on this ride. Nothing like the smell of all of Akron's sewage in the morning. Tail light on, and time for the least desirable part of this trip. At least it's not school season yet, so it won't be all moms and SUVs, just people rushing to work, not paying any attention. So, and it's uphill. Already with the close passes. Bath Road and Yellow Creek, 0 out of 0. Would not recommend. First 2 big climbs done, steep climbs. So 10 miles, 500 feet of elevation so far. Some people are gonna ask why take that route if it kind of sucks. Truth is, there's not much better options. I'd go out of my way a fair bit for just marginally better roads. So might as well just get it done. My speed is 19. They're thanking me for driving safely. Oh man, I hope this isn't a bridge out. Yellow Creek is not crossable. If it is. Just pulled out my phone. Google Maps isn't showing a detour, so hopefully we're not going out of our way to then go way out of our way. We are not getting through that. If it was the weekend, I would just hike it over the creek, but nope, they're actively working with giant machinery. This is the area I grew up in, so I do know ways to get around. That shouldn't add too much mileage to my day. Yeah, nothing like a detour 12 miles in on a 115-mile day though. Definitely disappointed Google Maps didn't catch that. It says it's closed for 190 days. This is where I went to elementary school. Well, not that modern monstrosity. There was a beautiful 1900s, early 1900s building in this old school town square that they soullessly destroyed. Chrissy Hind was just here back home in Akron, and the song My City Was Gone is appropriate. The Wahoo's trying to direct me a certain way, but I see detour signs ahead of me. I don't know if the detour is just trying to keep cars off, you know, subdivision roads, but I'm just not gonna risk it. I'm gonna follow the detour signs and get around without any more trouble, hopefully. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Keep those Legos climbing. We are back on route. I was kind of thinking of just continuing to head west on the road I was on and figuring out where to reconnect, but once I get to the roads I know less, I don't want to worry about just thinking. I just want to follow the map, so I just followed the detour. We're back on route. Hopefully things are smooth sailing from here, but you know how it goes. We'll see. For those keeping score at home, we are 18 miles in, 1,000 feet of climbing. So yeah, just under 100 miles to go. This is kind of an area we rode a lot in around the pandemic. Just the bike trails were so crowded that we would head out into the country and there was less traffic on the roads. Okay, okie dokie. Just remembered I made a video this winter on these roads because someone ordered stickers out this way. I think they were actually delivered to a church, and then I stopped at a brewery I'd wanted to check out. Maybe I'll link that up there. Sun behind me, a little ominous ahead. I'm hoping we get lucky with the rain today. I know I said that earlier, but I'm not someone who likes to get caught in the rain, especially on the first day. I just saw the Rocky River, which I crossed. The Rocky River. And I saw there was a bike path down there. I didn't realize it was gonna cross the road, and then I was gonna get to ride it. I don't think it's long, but it's a little bit of a relief after 25 miles out on the road. So I do think I'm finally into the new roads part of this trip. You thought I was gonna say something else there. So did I. Bike path ended. I see a pass minimum 3 feet sign over there. I'm not sure I'm gonna jump off the sidewalk just yet though. Not too proud to ride a sidewalk when I feel I need to. Do not cross the road, little guys. Oh, a little neighborhood cut. I just realized I'm almost 30 miles in and I have not eaten anything since breakfast. Got to be a little more careful. I will definitely bonk pushing this loaded bike going that far without eating. I've seen this rail trail, the Leicester Rail Trail, on the map for years. It's not super long, but I've always wanted to check it out on some kind of ride, so today's the day. I actually used Google Maps for this first day's route. I transferred it over to Strava by drawing it on there because it kind of went through here and a couple other trails I wanted to take, like part of the North Coast inland. So tomorrow will be a route that Strava drew, and we'll see how that goes as well. Oh man, farmer blasting some pesticides. It seems a little windy for that because I can smell them. So as the title of this video suggests, this is my first bike camping trip solo. I mean, only one night of it is going to be solo, but 2 days of riding. When I was younger, I traveled alone and camped alone sometimes, even brought my old mountain bike and mountain biked alone, but I wasn't into bike camping or bike touring back then. So yeah, after all these years, finally going it alone. So that was it for the rail trail. Cool, I finally experienced it, but just a few miles. Now we're country roads for a good chunk, working our way over to the North Coast Inland Trail. That's a cool barn conversion. Oh, this is a winery, Das Winehouse. Das Winehouse, Das Winehouse. First noticeable wind of the ride, probably from that weather that's kicking up over there. It's a little bit of a cross, so not straight ahead yet. Yeah, we're out here. 4 more miles on this country road. So I'm not getting rid of my drop bar gravel bike anytime soon. But I do have to say, sometimes lately I'm feeling like sweet bars are the light and the way. It is absolutely pouring out that way, I can see. I got the sun behind me. I don't know which way the weather is moving. It doesn't really matter because I'm riding no matter what. The only thing I'll have to do is take my camera off, put it in a waterproof bag, and put it in the pannier. Temperature just dropped like 5 degrees at least. I've had people ask me what I do when it rains. On a trip like this, I get wet. Double bag, meets jerky place with Aaron before. Speaking of that, just texted Aaron before I put my phone away and my camera to let her know I'm doing good, that I'm about to get real wet. And if you were wondering why I double bagged the Brooks saddle, both my Brooks saddle covers are a little worn out. I meant to buy a new one before this trip, but I forgot. So double bag it just to be safe. Can smell that sweet smell of the corn pollinating right now. It's like nothing else. I've described it as sweet cat piss. I know that sounds gross. I actually like the smell of what it is, but that's just the closest analogy I can make. We're also on some pretty country roads right now. Got that dude's attention. I seriously feel like I'm just dodging the drops. One of these deluges is probably gonna catch me eventually though. 6 miles on this road. No trespassing signs out here in this kind of country always crack me up. There's nothing here. It's flat farmland for miles and miles. County roads that are just a big grid, giant grid. Like, what need do I or anyone have to come onto your property that you feel a sign needs to go up for? Welcome to Tim's Touring Hot Takes. 10 hours of Tim's views on everything. Well, the roads are wet, but some blue sky overhead, so still dry. 45 miles into the ride. On to the right of me, on to the left of me, stuck in the middle with you. This is some old school road touring right here, except I got comfortable tires and handlebars. Pedals, wind pedals. This road sucks. We're on a state road now. At least there's a rumble strip between me and the shoulder, but it's a narrow shoulder, very busy. It says 1.4 miles though, so hopefully not on here too long. Whew. Thank God that BS is over. Back with my corn. Jesus, 2024. Don't be ridiculous. That dude wasn't even born in America. Alright dudes, half hundo, dundo. Problem is, so are my water bottles. I don't think I'm probably going to pass anything till I get to the next bike path. I don't know. I'm pretty much a camel. Just turned onto this road. It says I'll be out here for 4 miles. Unfortunately, it's my first true headwind. So, there's that. Pittsfield, Ohio. And we're crossing 303. I could go right and end up all the way in Peninsula in the Cuyahoga Valley. Headwind is definitely slowing my roll, as the kids say. This is definitely where drop bars and or friends come in handy. We'll make it though. Oh dude, I think we are turning on the trail. Not only are we going to be done with the headwind, we are going to be done with the roads for a while. Woohoo! I had just been cruising in the wind, eating my dried figs. Didn't even realize we were this close to the path. So a few weeks back, I made a video. Me and Aaron came up here and rode this for the first time. So this is a section I've ridden once before, and just a few weeks ago. But we're gonna ride it past where me and Aaron had ridden it. Anyways, I don't remember exactly, but I know there will be some parks and some gas stations, so I'll finally be able to fill some water up. Maybe get a sandwich to eat on the road. Here we are in Ohio. Let's get some water. Here it comes. Our luck ran out. Not too bad yet. It's a little damp. It's a drizzle. That's where me and Aaron ate and turned around the last time we rode this trail. So, new roads beyond here. Ooh, got a sandwich in my belly. We're on some chill country roads now, but this is the North Coast Inland Route. It'll become bike path again at some point. By the way, it's about 1:40 in the afternoon now, and I am 67 miles in. Want to hear some nerdy tractor talk? Forget it, I'll spare you. I turned too soon, the bike path over there. I do remember reading and seeing some YouTube videos showing that the trail would be a little more rustic through here. So, but you know me, I like that. I did pass cyclists earlier on the paved part of the trail, you know, before Wakeman. I'm wondering if I'll see anyone else out here though. I'm guessing no. Oh, by the way, the stated goal for this trail is for it to eventually go all the way from the PA border to the Indiana border across the whole state of Ohio. I guess when I made this route, Strava didn't know this part of the trail was open or existed. It's going crazy. I must have routed it out on the road, but it's all rideable. So far, let's not have another dead end situation with a detour. Don't want to backtrack. Yeah, it's crazy. It doesn't exist on this map. Yet here I am. I will say this is where me and my friends disagree sometimes. I'll ignore the GPS and follow the bike signs and see where that gets us. It's definitely backfired before, but other times it keeps you on bike trails, so, and bike routes. See, there's a sign right there. My Wahoo's gonna tell me to turn, and I'm not gonna turn unless the trail sign tells me to turn. It definitely goes both ways though. Because like on vacation, when we were just doing the Empire Trail, Ben had made his own routing spots and it took us through this awesome area, and I was just prepared to follow the signs, which would have had us on the shoulder of a highway. So out here though, in like just this farmland area, I feel like I'm gonna follow the bike signs instead. Route pick back up now. I also keep seeing these historic Route 20 signs. I don't know anything about that. I'll have to look into it. Whoa, look at that house. That's behind a tree. Behind the main street in Norwalk. I don't believe I've ever been to Norwalk, but unless a photo shoot took me out here for something. There's a weird checkered flag over there on my route. Whenever that's happened on Oahu, the route has just disappeared. It's happened to me at weird random times. I know it's happened to Aaron. You have to reset it. Anyone know what that is? Just some weird glitch? You know what? I did do this video shoot with my buddy Josh when he worked for Babcock's, the company I still travel with from time to time. It was this cool old motorcycle shop, but part of it was like a museum to the original owner, who was raced on dirt tracks, like flat track dirt racing. I don't know motorcycles well enough to give you the right terminology. Really cool shoot, really cool place. And I passed back there this restaurant that was in like a old train building, a station or something, and it looked familiar for some reason. I think maybe we stopped there for lunch on our way home from the shoot. I'll have to ask him. Do you have any reason to care about any of this? No. But I need to keep myself entertained on this 115-mile ride. So I decided to stop real quick to set a video to go live. I wasn't going to do it today, but I realized when I'm sitting all alone a little later, if I have this video go live, I could sit there and respond to the comments you guys give me. How meta is this? So by the time you're watching me do this, you've already watched this video, hopefully. If not, go watch it. Come on, what are you doing? Help me out. God damn it! It's the Huron River. I don't know if you can see anything, but it was kind of a cool overlook. Trail through here is damp with some puddles, a little slower going, but I'll take it over having been here when it was actually pouring, which probably wasn't that long ago. So I hadn't looked at the numbers for a while. I don't like to leave the mileage on the screen on long rides like this. It just, I don't know, mentally I don't dig it. But I'm 80 miles in now, so depending with the little detours and stuff, should have about 35 to go. Still a long ways. So I've just been plugging away down the trail, past 2 bikes, but I figured why don't I do just a quick brief bike check for the noobs. So I'm riding my Gunnar Rocktour. I have fellow orange granola bars, Velocity blunt 35s with Renair's 55mm knobbies, whichever ones those are. And for the bike packing stuff, it's a tubus rack with Swift Junior Ranger panniers on it. In the back, I have a Swift Zeitgeist attached to my Brooks B17 saddle. The drivetrain is a mix of things, but if you search this channel for Gunnar, there are a number of bike breaks down and deeper gear dives all over. All right, back to spinning. So between the farms and the train tracks here are the farm fields. It's all wildflowers, black eye Susans, purple coneflowers, whatever the thing that looks almost like Queen Anne's laces, daisies, all that. So kind of cool. There's butterflies in there and everything. So instead of just the barren wasteland that farms could turn stuff into, there's a little bit of real life over here. Do not mow or spray. Little shade. So the Wahoo's telling me to take that road. I still see the trail exists here, but maybe it dead ends here and I have to go left. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, here are the signs. They really should have put one at the end of that trail though. You wouldn't see that up here. I'm not gonna mind a little bit of road action to switch it up. This chip and seal road after being on the trail for so long. Bellevue. Okay, I think I remember reading that Bellevue has a cool railroad museum somewhere. In the videos I've seen, they've ridden by it. I hope we go by it just to see some of the locomotives, but with this being such a long day, I'm not going out of my way. I think there'll be time to come back out here. But it's literally right here. Some old nickel plate diesel engines. Now my GoPro shut off. It's been doing that lately. So I don't know if I caught any of those trains for you guys or not, but I did see the locomotives. My map had gone away and I got real confused because I was on that road and I did not want to be on that road. Well, the trail's right here. It's this expanded sidewalk, so cool. We're back in action. It doesn't have to be pretty, just give me something, so this works. It does feel weird though to be going down this side of a road. Back on a more traditional bike trail. Finally hear a train coming. Haven't seen a train at all. Well, we're on this nice paved section of trail. Let me tell you where my head's at for the rest of the day. So, Fremont is kind of the last stop town there. There's some bars and restaurants. One idea, stop there, get food, drinks, head on to the campground. Doesn't matter what time I get in, set up, chill for a minute, crash. But I do need to look up since it looks like they're swimming. Oh, I thought I heard someone. What time does that end? Because if I have a chance to go swimming, maybe I stop in Fremont, grab a couple tall boys, stick some food in the bag, go straight to the beach, try and get some swimming in, and then go set up and just eat something around the tent. I guess those are the two options, and one will be ruled out if swimming's not an option. There's not really a reason to get to the campground early. I'm alone. I would just be sitting there, so. I don't know, we'll see. Also, when I initially planned this route, I was zooming around on Google Maps trying to see if this was possible, if there was like a halfway point to stay. And I did find this campground right off the trail, a little past 100 miles. And I was like, awesome, because one of the things I wanted to do was ride the entire North Coast Inland Trail. They didn't have a website, found them on Facebook. This place looks more like a place where people are kind of living for the summer, or maybe even year-round. It didn't look like the kind of place you would roll up on a bike and pitch a tent, but I'm like, if that's the only option and that's the only way I could do it, I'll give them a call and see if it's cool. And then I was watching a YouTube video by a creator whose name I forgot, but put it on screen and I'll link him. And he went to this other campground. It was off the trail, but in the right direction. And it's a park, a county park, I think, Park District Park. And it looks normal and nice, and decided to do that instead. So I'll miss some of the North Coast Inland Trail, but my evening is a lot more whatever, the way I want to do things. Pride and Clyde worldwide. I guess we're in Clyde. Thank you for the precious water, Clyde. I was out. Been passing this massive whirlpool facility for a while. I wonder if it's a place where I assume they make washers and dryers and appliances and all that. It's huge. Also just ate some candy, Mambas, one of my favorites. Realized I'd gone a long time without eating any snacks. Wahoo says 6.5 miles to the next queue. I think that'll be the outskirts of Fremont. So we're getting there. This day's gone by pretty quick, I think, because, you know, a lot of new roads. You know, this morning, you know, first just waking up on the towpath and then just having to get through some stuff that took concentration, you know, got me into the 20-mile range with how much, you know, thinking about it. And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about this tomorrow as I'm getting towards the end of the day and how I feel on 2 long days like this and how I feel could I do longer solo bike tours if I felt like it. So, TBD. Stay tuned. Thanks. I just stopped for a second and talked to a guy who was, he flagged me down. He was cutting the weeds on either side of the trail. And he stopped and he was asking where I was traveling, where I was going. Says he sees about 50 people a year come down the trail who are doing the entire thing. Said last person was going Detroit to DC, so pretty cool. He knew I wanted to keep moving, but I'm still glad I stopped and we had, you know, 2-minute conversation. I also thanked him for doing the trail maintenance. He said nobody else will, so good guy. Aaron will be mad that I didn't tell him about my YouTube channel. Should have given him a sticker at least, I guess. But, oh yeah, and he was also surprised I started in Akron today, which made me look at how far I've gone, which as of right now is 100 miles. So got my century ride in. So I figured I'd look up the swimming situation while I was rolling, just slow roll a little bit. They do charge admission, but it's open till 8. I was hoping if you were camping, you know, you got in for free or whatever, but what do I want to do? It's like $8, but a big quarry. Looks cool. I don't know, we'll decide. Sitting down and getting a good dinner sounds good too, though. I should also explain, I don't mind paying to go to a good swim spot. It's just, you know, it's a day pass. So $8 isn't a lot, but I really just want to like take a dunk and float for 10 minutes, you know? So I definitely spend $8 on stupider stuff than that, but I don't know. What would you do? Would you go swimming? Would you spend the $8, jump in, get dried off, sit there for a minute, and head to the campground? Find a nice patio and a nice cold beer. So we're about 13 miles from the campground. It's, I think, about 5 o'clock. I found a restaurant in Fremont I'm gonna go to. That was a cool bridge, by the way. Yeah, I'm hungry. We're gonna go eat, and then we'll see what we want to do next. Way to go, Fremont, for the signage and the bike path that goes right into your downtown district. It's the way you do it. Capturing my dollars because of that. There also is a town really close to the campground, which it'd be cool to go all the way to town, set up and go in. Go to the campground, get set up, go into town. But it's a pretty small town. I'm getting tired. I didn't word any of that correctly. Oh, look, bicycles. Oh, a rally. I have to say, my dinner was surprisingly good. My burger was exactly how I asked it to be. The fries were delicious, crispy. My waitress was extremely transactional. I asked her about a beer and she was like, hey, it's kind of light, it's kind of hoppy. And I was still looking at her. She's like, you either really like it or you don't. Such a canned response to any boomer that asks about a beer, but whatever. It was actually some kind of crazy strawberry mule ale, and not something I normally get, but it was from a local brewery, whatever. She did everything fast, my food was fast, my beers came out fast, so totally perfect. 13 miles to go to the campground. Let's get it done. What? A bike trail? Is this putting me back on the North Coast Inland Trail? I don't know. Either way, 13 miles, I already had it in my head, so even if it's not the most direct way, I'm cool with that. I was about to turn the GoPro on and be like, hopefully this is all chill country roads, but even better. Whoa. We don't get to follow the trail. It was just a coincidence we're out on that road. The bike path broke off to the community college actually, so we're on this road with almost no shoulder for at least 2 miles. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be too busy. Yeah, there's no shoulder, but this is going to be chill. There's not going to be a lot of people out here, I don't think. I thought my legs might feel dead when I got up from dinner and it'd be tough to get to camp. I actually feel okay. So maybe it's just a good meal, or maybe it was the 2 beers. Either way, we'll see how I feel when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, whatever. Have we talked about this weather since I was worried about rain the whole first half of the day? Glorious. Dang, this road isn't even as wide as some of the bike paths I've ridden on. I'll take it. I'm gonna knock on their door and see if I can take a dip there. Psych! I mean, seriously, I can't even believe they paved this road. It is so small. It's so cute. By the way, my Wahoo's shown me that Erin is texting me pictures and movies of Edmund. Well, she's over there to feed him dinner. And I can't wait to watch him because I love that guy so much. Look at these beautiful paved roads, like freshly paved with no one on them. That Cedar Point tax tower go that far? I mean, what else is in Sandusky County? If you don't get that joke, look it up. Maybe that wasn't even a joke. I haven't even been passed by a car yet. Either way, you're still gonna have to look it up. We just crossed over a road and now this became one of these tiny, adorable little roads again. Not even as wide as the Freedom Trail at home. Okay, so they do know roads can just be gravel. Oh wait, that was just a driveway. Nope, they don't get it. Wait till we get to Michigan tomorrow. I bet we'll hit a lot of gravel roads. Another baller ass road. Public hunting grounds. Sandusky spends some money, they don't give up. Boo. So looking at the map, it's less than a half mile into town from the campground. I'm not even gonna go drop the weight. I'm gonna go in town, get some snacks, get some beer, and then come back and set up. I feel like once I'm set up, or once I stop, I'm not gonna feel like starting again. So let's just do it. It's one more mile. What's one more mile after whatever I'm at? 115 or something. That's a swimming lake. Can I just sneak in there after I get back, guys? All right, we will see you in a minute, little campground. I think that's the craft beer. Party shop or the gas station? Yeah, I think it's a good thing I ate in Fremont, huh? No offense, Gibsonburg. If there's any Gibsonburgites on here, let me know that you got good food. I guess it wouldn't be Gibsonburgites, it'd be Gibson Burgers, right? Anyways, supplies gathered. Let's go camp. Here we are, guys. White Star Campground. Oh, please tell me there's showers. I don't think there are, but well, not a lot of privacy between sites, but I'm guessing there's on a Wednesday not going to be a lot of other people around. Gonna see if that's a shower house or bathroom or whatever it is, because I gotta at least take a leak before I set anything up. Private bathroom and shower. Oh, thank the maker. Got my own water and electric right at the site. Yeah. If I ever come back, I'd pick the one with the trees, but either way, no complaints. This is great. This is also a good spot because at the time I'm getting here, I'm in the shade where a lot of the sites wouldn't be. I feel like $1 million after that shower. Trying to decide if it's worth grabbing firewood or not. I mean, I don't really have anything to start a fire with. Under 20 miles. A few beers around the fire. Good food for dinner. First day solo camping. Bike camping has been fantastic. When I got that fire going with just a lighter and wood scrap, I have to say, I felt like Tom Hanks in what's that movie? Castaway. I have made fire. Good morning, day 2. Last night went pretty good. Slept okay. I did see a raccoon out there. It never came back, never messed with my bags, but that kind of kept me awake when I'd hear a noise. Well, it didn't keep me awake, would wake me up just to check, shine my light out. But yeah, good spot. Private showers and bathrooms, man. Give me that at every campground. So Strava drew today's route. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I looked it over, but I don't know the roads out here. I tried to zoom in. Seems okay. I think I'm gonna go south of Toledo through Perrysburg, It'll be interesting to see what that is like when we cross the Maumee River and go through that town. I think I've ridden a little bit around there before. See if it jogs my memory when we're out there. So today's plan is to meet Aaron in Ann Arbor for dinner by 5:30, and then we will have 22 miles to the campground after that. Should be a little over 110-mile day. 92 to Ann Arbor on paper. Oh, a couple Oliver tractors over there. Oh wait, we said we're not going to do this. We're not going to get in the tractor talk. Say legs feel surprisingly good for having a 120-mile day yesterday. We'll see how they hold up. Obviously, I'm only a few miles in. Mentally, same. Yesterday, you know, I already talked about it, just kind of was broken down into little bits, so it just kind of went by. And that is the advice for going off on a long solo ride. Don't think about the end destination and 80 miles to go, 70 miles to go, 60 miles to go. Break it down. Like today, need to get over the Maumee River first, then get into Michigan, start to think about lunch, you know, just break it down into little manageable chunks mentally. Well, you can't see it, but we're riding along a river over there, and for the first time so far today, we actually have some curves in the road, and even a couple little bumps. Lumps and bumps, as the British commentators say on bike racing. Ooh, are you guys ready for this amount of excitement? Full on S-curve, baby. This is the little town of Hemberville. Definitely never been here before. I was thinking, man, it'd be nice to get something different to grab for breakfast, but I just want to keep moving. I know it's a gamble because I have no idea how far the next town it is, but I don't know. Do you guys wing it like this sometimes, or do you always have the stops planned out? So as I've been riding for the last, I don't know, 7-8 miles, there's been arrows painted on the road. And back there I finally saw ones labeled 50, 75, and 100. So there must be a road race or road ride out this way. Also, that makes sense because Strava, when it routes, will use heat map data and where people actually ride to help route you. So if hundreds of people come out here and do a race, that would definitely light it up. Whereas Google, its directions were about 10 miles shorter, but had me going through Toledo. Chew on that. I just chewed on a Cliff Bar. It was good. I know there are going to be some people who think this ride looks super boring. What I'd say is if this was a rail trail through this country area, just straight, it would be tough mentally. Like down south of Columbus and London, those ones really do wear on me. But this, I'm turning every few miles, that helps. Plus that I'm on the roads, I'm getting to see all the houses and the farms and the barns, and I don't know, keeps it interesting enough, for me at least. Don't get me wrong, I love some bike packing in the woods too. I just passed a tandem with full panniers and a trailer. If you want to learn to visualize some distances, this is a good way to do it. When it tells me half mile to the next queue, and I could see the stop sign, you know, oh, that's what a half mile looks like exactly. We are on Devil's Hole Road. Just past a mobile home park called Perrysburg Estates, so I guess things are probably going to start to get a little busier. And we'll see how the city goes and getting out of it. I've gotten so used to just meditating on these country roads for hours. Oh, this is cool. This guy has a collection of steam tractors. Freeway. We have not seen one of those in a while. After hours of people giving me a full lane when they pass, they'll get to this little town, and like that asshole just sitting at the red light there had to pass me as close as they could to sit there, and I'm about to pass it back. Good job, you dick. A little bit of bike path and a cemetery and your boy too. Bike Route 25. So we are over the Maumee River and 32 miles into the ride for the day. So all these houses here sit on the edge of the Maumee River Valley and have really cool views behind them. I only get glimpses here and there though. I can't believe I have not passed some kind of convenience store. I mean, clearly that building was a Dairy Mart back in the day, or Lawson's originally, those who know. But yeah, I'm trying to hold off on getting into my snacks, but might just have to go that route. Obviously I could have routed myself out of the way to go somewhere, and I'm not going to do that. I want to keep pedaling. Geese aren't listening to the no trespassing sign. That shows Bike Route 14. Interesting. Well, I could not figure out how this weird curtain worked on the deli case at that convenience store. So I ended up reaching my hand around it and just grabbing what I could grab. Chili cheese dogs. Cold. So we'll see how those end up treating me as we go down the road. Anyways, I think we're on the outskirts of Toledo. I took about 15 minutes there, drank some water, ate those dogs. So let's go. Nebraska. Did I make a wrong turn? Oh, it looks like we got a bike path down this median. Let's get over there. As I said before, not too proud to ride the sidewalk. A long trip like this, I have no need to ride on this road. It's only half mile on here, so. I also did get a glance behind me, and I saw downtown Toledo's way there in the distance, so this road must head directly into town. It's definitely a few miles away. Yeah, you can see why I'm not on that road. No effing way. Gotta say, this Douglas Road I'm supposed to turn on up here isn't looking much better. Just gotta get through Toledo somehow, or around it. Oh, this is Toledo University. I had a few friends who went here. I visited a number of times. The Rockets. Looks like we're getting at least 2 miles on this bike path, which is nice because getting out of Toledo or through it wasn't that great. I didn't even film a couple bits because I was just paying attention. The Chessie Bike Trail, Chessie. Well, that's it for the bike path. The bike path keeps going. We're just going a different way. 30 and 25. 30 was the North Coast Inland Trail. In a bike lane, it says I have 13 miles till the next queue. I don't think I've seen anything that far this whole trip. This is the bike route, but I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been a lot of fun lately. Oh yeah, I also just realized I'm in Michigan. I don't know when I crossed over. I'm checking on my mileage here and get right back to you too. Oh, perfect. Just crossed the half hundo mark. 50 miles in. I'm tired now. Definitely more tired than I was at this point yesterday. But I think I'll be all right. All right, still on the same road. But being back in the country is putting a little wind back in my sails. Through that whatever neighborhood on the outskirts of Toledo, that was no fun. And then through the suburbs, same road, but lots of close passes. I don't know. I was getting bored, I was getting tired. I wasn't really enjoying myself after smiling all morning. Now I feel pretty good again. I picked up the pace. Doing like 14 right now. So a little bit of a headwind, but it's not horrible. Cool way to drive, jackass. Another Oliver hiding in there. 1750. Ooh. First turn in 13 miles. Woo. 62 miles in. I'm just out here kind of plugging along, lost in my own thoughts. Okay, this is the town of Dundee. This is the bike route over there on the road. I'm not riding that road, no chance. So this is Ann Arbor Road. We got 4 miles of this, already did about a mile of it. Chrysler Engine Plant, Dundee. Dundee's nuts. You know, I love Michigan. The last few years we've come out here and had a blast. But I can't say I've loved this ride through Michigan. I thought this was going to be the good part. It's actually been the worst. It was much better in Ohio on this ride. But tomorrow we will see the really good side when we're hitting cool gravel roads and cool towns and not having people blast by me on busy streets. The Cornerstone route. Through here, if it's the only way to get through here, fine, but I wouldn't go seeking it out for no reason. Finally on a road that's a little more comfortable. Erin just texted me that she's leaving home. It's 2:20. I'm 72 miles in. So about 20 more miles for me. Coming into the town of Milan, or however they pronounce it in Michigan, Milan? Milan? If this was rural Ohio, it would just be Milan. Milan's got a lake. That Lake Milan. I'm gonna see if there's a drinking fountain so I don't have to stop at a store. They spray water everywhere, but can't have free drinking water. You know, people from other countries really can't believe that we don't have water. Let me go buy it. Shipped halfway across the country for no goddamn reason. $3 to Coca-Cola for some water in a plastic bottle that the plastic bottle instantly got thrown in the trash. I don't know why people don't think there's something wrong with that. Why we let this take over. They spent all these years filling these bottles with weirder and weirder stuff and then realized all they have to do is put water in them. Don't even need to waste the money on the ingredients. Another long stretch of road that pretty much sucks. So this is the bike route. I mean, that's why I got routed. Now we got a detour sign and we're so close. What do you think that means? Do you think we can get through? Think it's a bridge out? Think it's late enough in the day on Friday that they're still working? The detour is on busy roads, I could tell already. Well, it shows the river is just 2 minutes up the road that I can see where maybe there's a detour, so we're gonna gamble and see if that's where the bridge is out or why there's a detour. All right, we're coming up on the actual closure, but as you can see, we picked up this bike path. I got mambas in my mouth. What's gonna happen? My mood is not good enough to have to go on a far detour. I'm only 10 miles away. No, I'm not getting through here. But it looks like maybe I could just go through this grass field. All right, made it around that. Feeling better. We were on a bike path again. So, man, yeah, that headwind, no shoulder, cars whipping by at top speed. I wasn't having fun. Then the detour. Did I already say the detour? I'm tired. I just slammed a bunch of sugar. Hopefully it picks me up. Gonna see Aaron. We're gonna get dinner and beers and then ride some gravel. I'm looking forward to that. Well, as soon as I said it, now we're on that Michigan grab. We are in the city of Ann Arbor. Now to go meet Aaron at the bike shop and then get some food. Hey, so as we get into Ann Arbor here, I figured I would get into some of the conclusions from the trip or what I learned. Unfortunately, not a whole bunch, just because this wasn't like a true solo trip in the way that I had to be somewhere at a certain time. So one of the obvious advantages of doing something on your own is that it's your pace, it's your route, you stop when you want to stop, you know, everything is just total freedom then to make the choices. I would say, since with that destination, I know I wanted to build in a cushion, that I didn't really have that luxury. So on the second day when I wasn't feeling as well and I was a little kind of just frazzled from the road and feeling a little down and out, instead of just stopping at gas stations, I would have went to a restaurant, would have went to a park, done something like that. But in another situation like this where I'm motivated to do something and nobody else is available, I would still do it, maybe even over a few days. I'm just lucky that I'm someone who has friends that are almost always down to do bike touring, bike camping and stuff like that. And if I expand the circle to other people I know, I could probably find someone almost every day of any weekend of the year who would want to do something like this. So given the choice, I'm going to do stuff like plan my vacations with friends, but I do understand why people like getting out there on their own, exploring things at their own pace. It's like something I'm not against, but something I will always end up doing way less frequently, I think. Anyway, so after meeting up with Aaron, it was 22 miles out to the farm where we would be going to meet me in Manchester. That turned out to be an awesome weekend. That'll be the next video, so get subscribed if you want to see that. Channel memberships help us out a lot. We also have a little store below, so I appreciate anything that anyone does to help the channel out, and one of those is you could give this video a like right now. Thanks as always for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.